My granny, man, I ain't been the same since. Better love him while you here, that's just my 2 cents. Now, intense, no cap, no cap. Now I'm counting cash, stacking paper, I'm just playing defense. Get out the way, Yeah, I'm getting rich, counting up with my click. I used to couldn't. Always been never been a legit. Always had a fly fit, always had a little grit. Since a youngin' had to throw my guard up. They were tryna plot on me, but they gotta think smarter. Clown on me, so I ball like Coach Carter. And they told me go harder. I wouldn't have it any other way. I was down bad, got my tears dry, couldn't cry. I wouldn't have it any other way. I was on the corner broad day, but I had to make the play. I wouldn't have it any other way. I was by any means counting green with the team. I wouldn't have it any other way. I was headed down the wrong path, but I'm glad I made it back. Remember hitting that corner store. I was buying chips 4 for $4. Now we ain't gotta cop that 3 for $10. Got lost plenty, man.
What's good? I'm the 2KMC, and I'm here to break down all the upcoming events in the neighborhood. This weekend, get started with Basketball Gods. See how long you can go without losing for a chance to earn some sweet prizes. On Sunday, make your way over to the Rec, because all games will be
The busy freeways of Los Angeles, a hallmark of this sprawling metropolis. We're coming to you from Southern California. Welcome, everyone. It's time for NBA action, coming to you live on this Saturday night. This is Kevin Harlan, and beside me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. David Aldridge joins us on the sideline. DA, take it away.
Kevin, thanks very much. In this era of player empowerment, no aspect is more important than their determination to make sure their voices are heard. As continued cases of social injustice come to light, they refuse to simply shut up and dribble, if you get my meaning. Instead, they're using their platform to affect change. Kevin, it's a movement among some very determined players.
Much needed indeed, David. Thank you. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You take a look at Los Angeles. They're in second, looking to take over the first spot. And, of course, Memphis, a game behind.
And I think for the Lakers, they've been on a tremendous run this season. All the pieces were in place coming into the year, and they haven't missed a beat. Great chemistry, great coaching, and potential to do some great things in the postseason.
Right. They knew teams would be gunning for them night in and night out. That's only fueled their commitment to putting a great product on the floor.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Then there's Kyle Anderson. Then there's Ja Morant. And it's Melton in at the 2. And for Los Angeles, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Crawford out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Gasol in at the 5, roaming the paint. And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. Down low, here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target. And, of course, Jaren Jackson Sr. played in the NBA for over a decade.
And, yes, Jaren Jackson Jr., he talks about watching his dad, learning what it takes to be a professional in this league. That prepared Jackson Jr. to make an impact early on.
There's Morant following the basket by Anthony Davis. Morant with it, now guarded by Schroeder. Morant outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
The drive by LeBron, and that one is good.
You see the tremendous first step, the power. LeBron loves to put the defense back on its heels.
And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Morant.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now here's James. He had 25 points in the win against Charlotte.
And it wasn't just the points. He brought hustle. He brought energy. and he brought it on the glass.
Now here's Morant. After the Marcus Holmes. Melton, no good.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
And LeBron throws it down.
In a class by himself, no one matches up with LeBron in transition.
For Memphis, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Morant outside. Passes to Melton. Back to Morant. A three-pointer, no good. Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers winning their last game against the Hornets. Davis surveying the floor. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Davis has got his second bucket of the night.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Strange to see Marc Gasol shooting from outside. His game, Greg, wasn't always like it is now.
I mean, Gasol has added a 3 to his game in the last seasons with Memphis, and it was an immediate success. He became a functioning stretch 5. Early in his career, he was more likely to drag you to the block and just bruise you more than anything else.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Gasol. Caldwell Pope comes in for James. Wesley Matthews checked in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
So it's the Grizzlies now. 6-point game. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team.
And this game, just the first of 4 meetings between these two. They'll get quite familiar with each other by season's end.
It's the kind of season series that can really make a difference in the standings if one team ends up dominating the other.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
30 seconds left in the first. Trying to get open is Davis. The Grizzlies trail by 6. On the wing, Jones. Deep 2 from Brooks. Off the left rim and out.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Left side, Davis. Over Jones. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. And so it's Los Angeles with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Right back after this break. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
So the Grizzlies 5 right now. They've got Zhang, Justice Winslow out there with Clark. Then there's Dylan Brooks. And it's Jones in at the 1 spot. Outside, Davis. Over Clark. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. And Davis gets it to go.
See, in the past, the contact might have discouraged Davis, but now he plays right through it.
Brooks against Matthews.
Trying to take advantage of soft defense, he might have gotten over-eager.
Fast break, the Lakers, and Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Outside, Jones. Pass to Zhang. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Marc Gasol's checked in for Anthony Davis. LeBron comes in for Caldwell Pope. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Alex Caruso. You know, Steve, one thing you admire about LeBron, how he shapes a possession for his team. He'll create situations where he gets a mismatch or helps his teammate find one.
You know, Kevin, LeBron will use his high screens to just kind of shuffle defenders, make them think. Once he sees an opportunity, he'll pounce all over it. You can see him do this the most at the end of close games. A guy who's won almost every award in the book. LeBron does as much for the NBA off the court as he does on it.
Steve, one thing I always think of when I watch LeBron, how much fun it must be to be a teammate of his.
You know, Kevin, I wish I could have played with a guy like LeBron James. You get so many open looks and easy finishes with him on the court. One of the easiest superstars to play with, bar none.
Bounce pass, Schroeder. Here's Harrell. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
You see the length of Valanciunas on display with that block. Just went up and got it.
Morant against Schroeder. Valanciunas. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
LeBron, no luck.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Pass to Melton. Out to Morant. Takes the three. He can't hit that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
They played terrific defensively. The few cracks they showed, guys were quick to rotate and help each other out.
I love the communication, love the hustle. They came up with big stops all night.
That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Morant.
How about the touch on the floater? John Morant making it look too easy.
The drive by LeBron. And the dunk by LeBron.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Morant, that's for two. Morant with another miss.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
Lakers working the ball around now. Crawford finds Gasol. Lays it up off the glass. Gasol's got the lead up to 11 now for the Lakers.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Morant against Schroeder. Here's Jackson with the three. They get the rebound.
Yeah, and the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
You know, you look at how they built this lead. It's been through extra possessions.
Here's Brooks. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn. Marc Gasol picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. There's Winslow. And a miss there off the inbound. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. And LeBron, now late in his career, still playing at a very high level, obviously. Kenny, when's the last time you saw a star LeBron? And that'll about do it.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at James, what a contribution.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Crawford. And it's Gasol at the 5 down low. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Morant drives in and finished off by Morant.
A guy who can lull you to sleep and then burst right past you. Ja Morant on the attack.
Here's Davis, and he drops it in from the low post. Davis has got 8 points. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there are so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul, 3 guys that, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, witnessing his journey to greatness. All the while, he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst partner, but a fan and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Anthony Davis. He's coming off an excellent season. 3rd in blocks, 10th in scoring. And he ended up in the top 15 in steals as well. Some of the quickest hands in the league.
And you don't finish top 3 in blocks unless you're truly inspired. He combined supreme hustle with keen awareness. You've got to love this guy.
Gotta love the big man Valanciunas fighting for that extra chance, and he was rewarded for his effort.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
And the pass to Melton. Back to Morant. Jackson trying to break free. Shot clock reset for Memphis. Another shot. The shot, no good. Lakers leading by 9. The drive by James and finished off by LeBron.
Can't do anything about it. LeBron gets a step. Next thing you know, he's hanging off the rim.
1:53 left here in the third quarter. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Gasol. Caldwell Pope comes in for LeBron. Matthews, he's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder.
That's next level stuff from AD. One of the great scorers in the game. He draws the eyes of the defense and locates the open man.
And for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's best when he lets the game come to him, when he's not forcing shots, not making things tough on himself, not making tough passes. Smitty, a simple approach does wonders for him.
Kevin, you applaud the maturity of KCP to realize that. He knew he needed to change his game to improve. Focusing on making the easy play has made him a very valuable member of this team.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Brooks against Matthews. Passes it to Davis. Harrell trying to free himself up, and Davis can't get it to go. The Grizzlies trail by 13. Inside, here's Clark, and slam dunk by Clark.
As good a playmaker as he is a scorer, Winslow with great patience and great vision.
On its way from Caldwell-Pope for 2. That one's good from the corner. Caldwell-Pope's got 8. Here's Brooks. Morant outside. 3-pointers off the mark. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Lakers lead by 13. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Very unselfish. If you appreciate teamwork, this is the kind of play that will get you up out of your seat.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. You've got Brandon Clark, Dylan Brooks out there with Jones. Then it's Gorgie Dang, and it's Winslow in at the 3 spot. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Alex Caruso. And Memphis also making a switch. Jackson, he's checked in for Clark. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
James, that's a 2-pointer. And that one hits back iron.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
And a quick look now at how the Memphis Grizzlies schedule is shaping up. On Wednesday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. Then on Friday, they'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Houston Rockets.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
The 10th overall pick back in 2015, Justice Winslow has been fighting injuries, but he still has a chance to be very good.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Marc Gasol comes in for Harrell, and it's Crawford in for Caldwell Pope. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. DeAnthony Melton comes in for Dylan Brooks. And the Lakers with another miss.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
There's the lob to Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Crawford drives in. Davis, the pass to Crawford. That's in there. Davis with the assist. And the Lakers lead by 12.
You see the skill level for Crawford. His game is pretty to watch.
Pass to Jackson. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Here's Davis, and right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
The ability to accelerate off the bounce. AD puts the defender in a horrible position. Could have been called an and-1.
On the wing, Jackson, defended by Gasol. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And now another look at that mobile 1-block defensive performance.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
And so he hits the technical free throw. Greg, last season was kind of a rough one, very turbulent for the NBA. The China controversy, the passing of David Stern, Kobe Bryant, and finally the COVID pandemic. Other than that, it was kind of uneventful.
I mean, an incredibly tough year.
Wow.
You know, you just go back to March, and who would have ever thought we would go through what we went through? You talked about all the other issues, David Stern and Kobe both passing. You know, I'm just hopeful we get a return to normality, because that sounds pretty good right about now.
It sure does. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Anthony Davis.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. That's the three fly. Rebounded by the Lakers. Gasol's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Davis dishes to Crawford. Three-pointer. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed. Davis has got 4 assists now tonight.
Crawford has been a solid outside shooter throughout his lengthy career. Got to at least get an arm up as he's going up.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Los Angeles.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Anthony Davis.
What was impressive to me, it felt like he made an impact in so many areas. Some of the effort won't show up in the stat sheet, but I noticed it.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
Schroeder kicks to James. Puts it up. Offensive rebound. Davis. No good. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. LeBron, the last game for a little while. As a team, how do you approach the break?
Well, we got a couple days off, but everyone needs to stay in tune. Even though we're not going to be on our feet or on the basketball court, everyone needs to continue to just, work your mind, work your body as well, and, get ready for practice.
Well, I'm sure you're going to enjoy that time off anyway, man. Congrats on this win. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long.